This is the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's stock market analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons. Leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. What we are looking at here is the 4-hour time frame. Each candle represents a 4-hour trading period. And we do have a little bit of a hall of fame of some of the prior sort of clickbait YouTubers that have been pumping this stock for the last 5 or 6 years. Over here to the left, we have Mr. P, who is still continuing with this nonsense. And then 2 other people that have since stopped. They have given up. Specifically here, we have Meet Kevin, who's one of the larger financial YouTubers on this platform, about 2 million subscribers. And of course, he was telling people, along with this guy over here, this would be Stockmo, telling people to buy NIO stock when it was trading at 67. Of course, the stock fell to $2 per share. We're talking about losses of roughly 95%. And it should be very surprising that these people are even allowed to have a financial channel after that type of abysmal performance. But more recently, we have to start to look at the stock now that it's trading at these lower levels. There are questions about whether, it might be a good time to buy the stock or not, because currently we're still trading below that $5 mark. So it's definitely a low dollar value for share prices. And we do need to take a look at some recent price levels to get a sense of whether the stock is likely to start declining or gaining. For this price chart, I think that we should look at some specific price levels. So roughly here would be the major near-term high. We've got a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern here as well, as I'll quickly just sort of draw out. We've got 2 different shoulders here. Shoulder formations would be seen right around, this would be around $6.80. The head of the pattern, the recent high comes in just above $8. And then the right shoulder of the pattern can be seen near $7.50. So in most cases, this is referred to as a bearish price formation when you start to see breaks of support, which is something that occurred right here at $6.30. Typically, when you see a head and shoulders price pattern break, so as I said, this is the head, this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder, and then this support zone here would be referred to as the neckline of the pattern. In some ways, this is the most critical price level because without a break of this level, you don't actually trigger that head and shoulders pattern. Unfortunately, when this price level breaks, you're looking at a fairly significant decline after that occurs. The way that we make these determinations is to measure the distance between the head of the pattern and the neckline of the pattern. With this situation, we could see a measured move that looks something like this. And as you can see, it's incredibly accurate as far as its predictive abilities. As we can see here, we actually extended a little bit beyond these price levels. As we can see, the stock recently fell to lows of right around $4.40, which is even slightly beyond what might have been expected with the measure move from this prior negative chart pattern. On the positive side, what I can say here is that you can make the argument that this price pattern has now completed itself. We've reached the full target. The stock has also moved into these prior support zones, as we can see back here. This price level here, roughly $4.50, is incredibly important. It really does need to hold if you're bullish on the stock, because if we start to break these levels, a major support level is gone. When this area 450 was tested back in August 2025, as we can see, the stock had a major rally, nearly doubled in value, going from about 440 to about 815. So very significant price movement. Now that we're testing this level again, it's, this is a major event here because we're already starting to see evidence that this area is breaking. The reason this is significant is because what this tells you is that the same type of buying activity has not emerged. Okay, so history is not repeating itself in this situation. August 2025, we see people stepping into the market, investors coming in and buying NIO stock at these price levels. So much so that the stock was able to roughly double in value. This is not so far occurring here. And if we start to see a continued break below this area, what this will then suggest is that $4.50 can no longer be relied upon as a stable level of support. If we do continue to drop from here, the next major level to watch to the downside comes into play roughly $3.35. That would be this price level back here. This is the low from July 2025. And in percentage terms, that's still a very significant decline. It might only seem like $1, but in percentage terms, we're talking about another 20-25% price movement. Conversely, if we do start to see share prices moving higher, I would first look at the 200 period exponential moving average. That would be this blue line here. If the stock is able to break above this level, the next major area of historical resistance can be found right here, which comes into play right around $5.80.